Chapter 2 Priorities 17th of January 2019. 14 cases active, 4 long-term. Most can be cleared before the break, with what looks like one with potential for 2 weeks' work and wages, the one in Rochdale, and maybe a day on the paper trail for the Plymouth one. Looking at the job specifications over the last 12 months, it appears that we have a growing trend, Mr. Diary. Family trees. It seems like the immediate family are no longer enough for some. They want to know how far that bloodline stretches beyond the grave. TV is to thank for that one too. Dozens of C-list celebrities chasing around the country, delving into old documents and waking up priests in village churches, hoping to find evidence of a legacy greater than their own. Still, who am I to complain? The knock-on effect of the general public is proving to be quite a bonus for me. Too lazy to trace their own darling deceased, they are quite prepared to pay for me to do it. Looking at the time spent on each case and the money you can earn, it appears that people are more than happy to part with their hard-earned cash, then sit back and watch their histories unfold. To be fair, it's amazing what you can uncover with a bit of digging, and more often than not, the lines of inquiry are quite easy to follow. I must admit I'm finding quite a bit of enjoyment in it, and the contacts and inquiries made may very well hold me in good stead for all the other cases. The hospital records, police case files, civil service personnel records, births and deaths, wills and testaments, marriages and registrars, etc. So many lines of inquiry. People are strange. Anyway, Mr. Shaw, case 3468, was delighted to find out that his great-grandfather served 8 years in prison for a serious sexual assault. And we had Miss Taylor, case 3997, could not contain her joy when one line of inquiry, alongside DNA records, proved that her ex-husband, after a long-term affair, was about to marry his half-sister. Confidentiality decrees that I only need to pass on the information, not to expose it. What Miss Taylor chooses to do with it is her business. Mind you, a large part of me hopes she passes on the information, but only after the wedding has taken place. Dame Joyce, case 4001. She was convinced she had thick royal blood, only for the truth to reveal she hailed from gypsy stock. I hope this is not just a fad. Family trees are far more exciting than affairs. Well, other people's, that is. I have no intention of hunting down my own family ghosts. They are best left in the past. Right, my to-do list for today. Travel insurance to sort out. Airport car parking. Maps and town plans. I need to book Flea into the cattery and need to ask Mum to water the plants. 18th of January 2019. Excited for the holiday, but always stay professional and stick to your own rules. Reply within 3 working days of receipt. Number 1. Mrs. Catherine Fitzgerald, Rochdale. Allocated new case number 4501. Called once to check that the voicemail message matched the caller. Check. Second call to leave voice message on mobile to give conditional acceptance. Outlined payment plan, expected time span, and standard contract between the two parties. Message brief as ever. Formality is essential to reassure client and promote professionalism and discretion as required. Await response. And number 2, Mr. William Green, Plymouth. Allocated new case number 4502. Short formal letter drafted and posted, recorded delivery, accepting case and stating costs. 19th of January 2019. Final email confirmation for flight times received. 9 days, 9 days until the flight. Ridiculously early but relatively cheap. The compromise will be worth it, and I should have the best part of the day to enjoy the city. Call received from Catherine from Rochdale, accepting my terms without asking for information on my methods or track record. Those that accept straight away without seeking trust should not be trusted themselves. Perhaps she is more desperate than her letter first intimated. Should I take this one on? A paranoid middle-aged housewife with a desire to hold on to her cheating husband? Yeah, okay then. Of course I will. Return call. No answer. Left message. Left the ball in her court to arrange a meeting and time. 20th of January 2019. Met with John Weston's sister, Julie Clarkson. Weston's case 4011, against my better judgment. A pretty but hard-faced woman with a passion for revenge. Little was given away during the meeting, and I got the feeling she was trying to assess me over a latte in Starbucks. I didn't give much away, but then again, I don't really know what she's looking for me to give. She dressed very businesslike in a black power suit. Her knee-length boots and figure-hugging blouse enhanced her sex appeal, but her demeanour was assertive enough to ensure I kept my distance. This was a woman used to being in control of herself and her space. I didn't encroach once. I suspect you would have liked me to, if only to put me in place. It was very much a game of emotional chess, and until, or if we ever reconvene, we are both in a position of stalemate. I'm a tough nut to crack, but she is too. Really, I don't need this money. I don't need the challenge either. The only snippet of relevant information I gleaned from her was that the case revolves around money. I expected nothing less. How much money could also indicate how much risk is involved, especially when dealing with a man such as Weston. The money is good, though. 1,500 up front, £40 an hour, and a final payment of 5,000 if I prove her to be right. Whatever right is. This vagueness scares me. Money drives me, though. Which emotion will win out? Cash or cowardice? Another meeting scheduled for 24th of January 2019. Same time, same place. Perhaps I'll find out more then. 21st of January 2019. I received a call from Kay Fitzgerald, case 4501, at 4:45 p.m. She would like to meet me tomorrow at Manchester Piccadilly train station at 12:30 p.m. She'll be wearing a red skirt and a black sweater and red jacket, she said. I hope it doesn't have a hood, or I'll be keeping one eye out for the wolf. She promised to bring along any evidence she had gathered so far. I wonder what this will include. Dental records, fingerprints. The poor man doesn't stand a chance. Scheduling 2 hours maximum for the meeting with Mrs. Fitzgerald. Train spotting in Manchester Piccadilly with a fairy tale character from Rochdale is no way to spend your 37th birthday. Booked Romarios for 7:30 p.m. Table for 3 on the off chance that my unreliable sister can make it. Thank God for a mother's love. My only other female company for the day will be a cheating man's wife. 22nd of January 2019. I've lived on this planet now for approximately 13,150 days, and I'm none the wiser when it comes to understanding the complicated world of marriage. After 2 hours in the company of the delightful Mrs. Fitzgerald, I cannot for the life of me see why Mr. Fitzgerald or Robert would choose to play away. This woman was beautiful, charming, sensitive, caring, and humorous. The 2 hours became 4. This evidence could come in very useful. I curse myself for being so judgmental. I should know better. I'll give this case priority on my return from Germany. If first impressions count for anything, and I believe they do, Mr. F does not know what he's thrown away here. At the same time, I wonder how a woman of such integrity can allow herself to fall for such a man. Alas, the complexities of love will continue to amaze and annoy me, I fear. I hope the rascal is up to his eyes in marital affairs. Some women deserve to be set free. I better get a wriggle on. I'm meeting Mum in an hour.